Hello. I just wanted to talk about what I did yesterday. I had this idea that I would try to follow the rules of Atwood for the oh, hair is blowing. It's like Beyonce here for the Handmaid's Tale. So the rules of the wives were really interesting. I just wanted to play around with it more as a creative exercise than anything, and I thought I'd post it and just see what happened. So then that might look really weird, like why would she ever do that? And my husband was like, oh, I didn't know you. I would think that maybe you were that, and no, that was satire. I just want to clarify because reality has become satire. That was satire, and the reason I did it is because in my training, what I know how to do is sort of build characters from observation, and I sort of go back to that when life gets too confusing. And so what was confusing is this whole Project 2025. And a long time ago in the 90s, I was in the scene study class, and Wendy Salkine was my teacher. She's also my mentor. And she was kind of like, directing me in this John Guare scene, and I was playing this character that I hated. And I remember saying, like, I hate her. Like, I hate her. And then I remember Wendy teaching me on a little sheet of upcycled paper, giving me her notes, and and just saying that you have to love your characters. You have to, because they're people and they exist. You just have to love them for that. You can't judge them, because if you judge them, it'll be impossible to play them with any kind of interesting approach. If you hate your character, it's just not going to be an interesting performance. You have to love your character, accept them. If they're a murderer, whoever they are, you as the actor have to love your character so that you can kind of get into their skin. And that was, at that time, I was younger then, it was really hard because I'm like, she's so mean. But then I realized there was a reason she was saying everything she was saying, and there was a reason she was the way she was, and to her mind she wasn't being mean at all, it was totally logical. And so then I have a career of doing that. So that's why I made the video I made yesterday with Clara Sky. And I thought it was going to be like the mad scientist kind of character that I've played before. For Gift of Forgotten Tongues, for Fengar, I played this mad scientist. So I sort of started with that kind of general idea, and then it just became very funny to me once I got inside of her, which is so interesting because I'm terrified, and I have so many judgments of these people. And so it was really cool to just be like, let's just pretend I'm one of them and see what it feels like. And what it felt like was relief, because I didn't, as that character didn't really have to fight for anything. She already had her status, she already had whatever she needed because she married the right man. And she didn't want for anything. And I felt relief in that, especially as a person who is always pushing the boundaries, and always, so just that moment of like, everything's already taken care of, and the willingness to really believe what I was saying, even if it didn't make any sense at all. So I think the big thing, my big takeaway was, binary is dangerous. Emotional binary is dangerous. Being absolutely right or absolutely wrong is entirely violently dangerous. People are people. Some of them do terrible things, just terrible things. And you might not want to know them, and I might not want to know people, and I might need healthy boundaries and keep a distance, but they don't stop being people. So I think what's dangerous right now is labeling in a way that takes away humanity. And I think what's great about theater, what's great about building characters, is it's an act of humanity. It's an exercise in humanity. The characters that I've played that are the furthest away from me have taught me the most. I've learned what I think it might be like to walk in their shoes, and that's expanded my empathy. So the arts are really important. Obviously, I'm not going to get on that soapbox right now, but what I learned yesterday from that little practice was that, you know, it's, I feel weird saying this, but censor aside, no judgment, it was a relief not to have to worry about anything. Because I am worrying about everything all the time. And to sort of jump inside of skin that doesn't feel like anything, there's nothing to worry about. It's already taken care of. I just have to do all these things and stay detached from who I really am, which is incredibly problematic. So I'm not going to get into all that either. But just the exercise, the experience of the bills are paid, the clothes, you know, there's nothing to worry about. The world is yours and there's nothing to worry about. It kind of informs me why people who come into power don't want to let it go. Certain personality types specifically, like it's all terrifying otherwise. It's so the only thing to do is hold on with everything that you have. And it's sad. It's a sad person that has to behave that way. And that's a judgment, so I should stay away from that. But it makes me sad that there are people who don't dialogue. There are people that don't exchange ideas or emotions. They're just people who have to be absolutely right. And when you get those absolutes, there's nothing interesting anymore in terms of theatricality. Anyway, in life, it's just, what does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to live, I guess? What does it mean to live with other people around you, even if they're abysmal, even if you can't stand them? It's really tricky because you don't want to become another person who negates certain types of anything, you know? So that's what the exercise taught me yesterday, and I hope if anybody else wants to take the exercise, there have been a lot of name suggestions on my Facebook page. I'm happy to share with you from a lot of my Facebook friends. I can tell you like the rules. I went through a lot of makeup, and then I used all these filters so you couldn't even see the makeup, which was hilarious to me. And ooh, all those layers of cream. How did I ever enjoy that? There's no makeup. Well, there's lipstick, but no other makeup today because my skin feels good. I love my life, and every time I play a character, I realize how much I love my life because I've chosen it, because I've chosen things that make me happy. Not because I begrudge anyone anything, but just because we're alive now and we can be happy now and we can make choices and we can interface on a regular basis with people that spike joy in us and creativity and teach us, collaborate with us. I have a new song I'm so excited that I'm working on today. So I think life is good. I don't know if I freaked anybody out with that little video. I might make more. I felt like I need to read Project 2025 because the world is so full of sound bites. And because text, it's the essential text of our generation right now. It could change everything. It could take away all of our rights. And for some people, that's a comfort. And I think instead of judging that, it might be more productive to have a conversation about why that makes so many people comfortable. I don't really know how to do that except jump in the skin of other characters and just take them for a spin and see what happens. It was fun to find the satire. It was fun to find the human person inside of someone I thought was just a shell. It felt like Arrested Development. It felt like adult children everywhere who never grew up because growing up was too scary for them. You know, being children, they could still wait for praise. They could still wait for someone else to take care of them. And this becoming an adult thing and realizing, no, it's really on me. Yeah, that's scary at any age. And I just think, I kind of think a lot of people chose to not grow up and just rely on what they knew when they were zygotes. So that's 10 minutes of me talking about what I did for 10 minutes yesterday back in the studio. I'm really loving this new song. Have a great day, week, everything. Bye.